of three, I don't want it. What does it mean to be motivated? What does it mean to utilize your knowledge, your focus, your discipline? You know, today is April 16th. I'm on the second scroll of success, putting in the time, putting in the effort, putting in the ability, starting to understand what it means to be yourself, to use your gift, to use your talents. And one of the things that I look at on a daily basis is, what does it mean to be who we are inside? What does it mean to use our mentality in such a way that the challenges that we face off against aren't greater than who we are inside? And so, each day that I realize that I do these types of things, like the 10 scrolls of success, the ability to sit down and to write things down and to put them in a place in front of myself where I focus towards positivity, where I focus towards an ability to utilize mentality. It's amazing. Like, I was thinking last night when I was laying down in bed and I was there sitting there and I was thinking, wow, how blessed am I that I could continue to focus towards positivity, to start to get myself to become busy, to where the mind, the body is utilizing ways. And wealth is universal, and I understand this. I understand there's a lot of people out there that don't understand what I'm talking about, but there's more than one form of wealth, and where our minds are directed, our manifestation goes. And so what I want to talk about today is how to focus in a positive way, what it means to believe in ourselves and to believe in our dreams and to manifest from within who we are. It's amazing how when challenges come our ways, we find ways to put our thought process in a place where we either choose a positive or a negative, realizing that positive thinking is a choice, that you have the ability to use the process of being who you are inside, and that results come from that, and that they can be measurable, that they can be things that you can overcome and that you can utilize in ways that you can manifest. And on a daily basis, I put these videos out there. Yesterday I wasn't able to get on because I had an early morning meeting. I normally am on here every single day, 6 days a week, about 10 minutes a day. And what I've started to come to realization is that we are the results. We are the results of our mind. We are the results of what we allow ourselves to think. And what we ultimately reflect outwards is what's coming from within. And when you're focused and you're truly putting in that kind of time and you're putting in that kind of effort and that kind of ability, what ultimately starts to happen is the reflection from within starts to radiate outwards. And when we're focusing to that point where it's not just for others, but it's coming from within you, when you're starting to spend the time on yourself and you're starting to spend that time on your ability within, you will start to find ways to open up. You will find ways to be creative with your thought process and to, I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he was talking about nutrients and dirt and how we build in the dirt, how we really truly start to grow, and what we see on the top is not understood, but what's going on underneath and what's going on under the surface, and what kind of things are you putting in the time to do the writing? Are you putting in the time to be positive? Are you putting in the time to use your gifts, your talents, your abilities? Are you doing that for yourself in such a way that you start to have that set aside? And it's extremely important that we see that we can achieve it. That it's not out of our ability, it's not out of our range, out of our place to be able to see dreams and to make dreams become possible. The place where we have to look is within ourselves. We have to look at what we truly want. What kind of goals are you looking to achieve on a daily basis? What kind of goals are you looking to put in a place where you have the ability to overcome and that you have the ability to look within? And when we're focusing in that way, what is it that we're putting the groundwork into? How are we putting ourselves in a place where our mentality, what is it that we are feeding to our minds? And that's one of the things that I'm learning from the 10 Scrolls of Success, is how to put the mind in the place that needs to be, where it needs to grow, where it needs to manifest. And so those are some of the things that actually open up the energy within. Putting in time after work to go sit at a lake in a 50-degree weather, without a shirt on, to let what's inside be greater than the challenges that go on around you. We have to look at ourselves and look at ways we can innovate to be who we are. And so when you hear things like other people say to you that you're the reason, let yourself be the reason that you are you. Let yourself be the reason that you are who you are inside, and that you focus from a place within. And so when we look within ourselves, when we look within our ability, when we look within our mentality, those things that are meant for you will start coming in your direction. They start to bring themselves towards you. They start to find a way to come towards your being, to start to give you the ability to start to understand yourself. The universe is an amazing thing. It's a place Albert Einstein stated, become friends with the universe. And I truly believe in that. I believe that when we let the universe do the bidding for us, when we let the universe have its place and we think about positive and negatives in our own life track path, that it truly starts to open up. It truly starts to manifest in our lives. And when we can see that, and we can write that, and we can read that, and we can speak that with that kind of mentality, those things start to become possible. And when we look within ourselves for the answers, and we look within ourselves for the place of being and the place of purpose, that's when our dreams start to become possible. And so here I am today in that place of focus, in that place of knowledge, in that place of discipline. It's 7:34, getting that day going at about 5 o'clock today. Each day we put in those kind of extra hours, we put in that kind of mentality, we put in that kind of ability that we can believe in ourselves. It's amazing. Life is an amazing thing. We just have to find ways to fill our minds, our beings, our vibrations with positive, with ability within, with manifestation, with an ability to become so disciplined that we become a reflection of inspiration. And so here I am again today, putting in that time. After this, I gotta sit here and I gotta read my 10 Scrolls of Success and get ready for this day. And I put the hope in place that the people that are closest to me will see that manifestation. They will become attracted to that. They will find their ways back into my life if that's what they're meant. If not, their path, their life journey is worth it. We all have a path. We all have a journey. We all have a place, and that is within your being. And when you're focusing on that level where your manifestation starts to become that, when you start to embrace your life path, when you start to embrace your life's journey, then you start to reflect outwards as inspiration, because you become the discipline. You become the place within that radiates light outwards. And that's all I've wanted to do on this whole life track path, is to be who I am inside and to become a reflection outwards, that it might inspire you to ask yourselves that question: is what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? Because if it's not one of the three, I don't want it. Namaste.